Hey guys, this is Kishore and welcome to the Challenger Show. And today we have a guest joining in from Mumbai, India. His name is Devrat Singh, and I will be telling you a incident about his life. So he started working from mall, and if the picture is exact picture is available, I can show you guys the picture in later on, or like we will be commenting down below the exact picture. So he got started from working in the mall, and he now owns, like at the age of 19, owns a e-commerce brand, a restaurant, a marketing agency, and many more businesses. So today we are gonna talk about his journey, what things he's doing, and what are his work ethics that made him successful. So hey Devrat, welcome to our show. And
Thank you. Thank you, Kishore, for inviting me to the show. And I'm here to share all I know. Everything I know, I have been doing into the years. I'm there to share it out with your audience.
yeah, so we would have it like this. It would be not a kind of an interview style. We will just have it as a normal conversation thing. So what things you were doing on that mall thing? I saw like you were like there was a Vivo showroom back behind and
Yeah.
Oberoi Mall, I think so.
Okay. So, this is quite a famous story, which is I started my journey initially. As someone see when we are in like in when you are in Mumbai, you're always having this fast paced life, and here like people are bit like early in order to get success. So I was some of that people who was way too excited for getting success in any business, and due to this hunger that I had for a success in business, uh, I started doing work. Like it was not keep particular. I want to do this or I want to do that. It was not like that particular. It was like if anything comes into my way and I am interested in that, I would do it. That was the whole case. So I tell you, my first work was the show Dance Plus. It used to come on TV on Star
Yeah,
Plus.
yeah, yeah.
So it's an Indian show, a dance show. So my first work was actually being into this dance shows and being as a part of an audience who claps on every dance performances, and you get paid 450 rupees after the end of the show. Okay, and there is no time limit. It's like a complete freelance thing. You go there at morning 7 a.m. and you sit till when the show goes on and on. You get paid not on time just for sitting there, and you get food and all. So that is how I started. I got my first 450 rupees, and then we went on and on and on and on. Um, particularly after that, I started getting a lot of freelancing things. Now
Yeah.
if you're talking about freelancing, it's not like our way of freelancing. It's like I used to stand in malls and other places and show pamphlets and all, and distribute pamphlets for different brands. Okay, don't want to name them. So this is
Yeah.
how I started. I was in my
Yeah.
8th or ninth standard. Ninth standard, it was summer holidays. That's when I started doing the things. Slowly went into marketing, then digital marketing, and then things went
Yeah,
on
yeah,
and
yeah,
on.
yeah. So we will discuss about it like in the further thing. So I
Yeah.
also got started at the age of 17. So the biggest challenge that I used to face is the rejection from the parents' side or the people around me, the school of the college people. So did you face that, or like what
No,
were your
rejection.
experience?
Rejection was not a lot. A lot of my in my business, I did not got because first of all, uh, in when you are in the work environment, everyone values the work that you do. That's the
Yeah,
biggest priority for anyone. And I was good at doing work. Matlab, I did not knew how to do the work, but I used to get it done at any cost, like in any way. So because of that, I did not got a lot of rejection. Yeah, and my parents were supportive towards it. Most of the time they did not knew what I was doing. It was just I was making some money to put out my fees and all. But that's how I got started. It was not always like a streamlined journey. It was not like that, but rejection was not a part of it.
okay,
Still
okay,
till
okay.
date, I don't have any rejection from my family and parents.
So how did you got started with the restaurant thing? Like this is most interesting part because what happens is as a youngster you have a kind of a dream. You own a cafe or like where a cafe like Starbucks or a restaurant where you can eat also. You are the owner. So
Yeah.
how does that thing got started? And we will also talk about the other businesses you do later
Yep.
on.
So basically, this happened because of Facebook. Now, a lot of people who know marketing, okay, you'll know that Facebook is quite weird and it gets your account shut down.
Yeah.
So I was like spending like crazy. It was like I was spending like 4 to 5 lakh rupees only on a single day basis. Like single day basis, that was the spend I was doing on a personal brand and two, three other things that I was building the businesses. And it was in 2019 end, okay, around September I was doing this thing, and I was putting money like crazy on Facebook, and because of that I hired a lot of people, I created a lot of things, and suddenly my Facebook accounts got blocked on Monday, okay, on a day of Monday. 2 days later my PayPal got blocked. Then 5 to 6 days later my Stripe, so people from Stripe told me that I have to share 5 6 more details, like paper details, to them in order to get my Stripe account. Now all my ways of making money online were like shut down in a matter of a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Facebook got banned, PayPal got on hold, and Stripe was also on hold. So technically, I was not now making the money. Even though we were doing the work for our clients, we were, uh, I was having my email marketing campaign and all, but technically the business has came to a standstill. And then I realized that how much I'm dependent upon on this online marketing sources, and particularly like every single money that I earn is coming through this online sources as well. So that was the reason to pivot. And uh, I thought that a lot of people say that offline business is very hard, it's hard to crack. So not only I started one restaurant, but I started three of them, and in a three different category cuisine, okay. So which means one was a QSR, which stands for quick service restaurant. Then other was a subscription based business in which we made 15 lakhs in first one, in the 1 month we made 15 lakhs, and I was doing
Okay.
the sales call. Even
Okay.
after
Okay.
having so much business, I was personally getting on sales call and selling 1,000 rupees package. Okay, the
Yeah.
starting package was of just 1,000 rupees while I
So
was
I
doing
have
that.
one.
Yeah.
So sorry to interrupt you. So I have one incident that I remember in 2019. If you guys don't know him or don't see his ads on Facebook or any other YouTube or any platform, so he also has courses and other things. So when I enroll in his course, so the first call that I received, it was not from any sales guy. He was a Devrat himself. The
Yeah.
person who was on the webinar was on the next, like in few minutes, was talking to me about what are the things and how, like what is the schedule and everything we discussed. So this was very like a
Yeah.
mind blowing incident for
Yeah,
me.
so I do this in every business I own, okay.
Yeah.
Even now we have started scaling a lot of Fiverr accounts, okay, and I personally do sales call for every new business that I create. So just a small incident in order to tell you. So I was trying to sell a 1,000 rupees package, and for some reason I got a notification from Stripe, and Stripe had just deposited close to like 9 lakh rupees in my account at that for that last 2 weeks. So I was like, मैं यहाँ 1,000 का package बेच रहा हूँ, and I'm trying my best to sell this thing and see this like other businesses. So I personally do sales call for every single business that I create, and that's because sales is one of the best things in order to understand business. Like I actually got the pain points of the people. So that's how I started a subscription based business, then a restaurant business. Now both of them are shut down because it's a complete lockdown in
Yeah.
Maharashtra.
Yeah. So
So
that's why your hair has grown too much,
yeah,
and
so
that's
and now I have automated
yeah.
that business as well. So we have
Yeah.
Tahir,
So
we have
the
Suzanne.
same issue, yeah, the same issue I am also facing. That's why you are seeing me having a weird haircut right
Yeah.
now. So
So
this was a home experiment we did in our home. So
yeah,
like we can't also go out, and like the
yeah.
Pune has also the high. I think there is the highest number of cases in the entire India or world. I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure about it, but in so I did a shifting to this new place. So I'm even not
Yeah,
aware of most
yeah,
of the things here
yeah,
because of just because I was aware कि lockdown होने वाला है. I moved to a society where everything is in house. मतलब you
yeah,
get your
yeah,
swimming
yeah,
pools, gym, everything in house. So
yeah,
that's the
yeah,
reason I just shifted because I
yeah.
was I cannot live like just without going out. So that was one thing.
Yeah, so like let me give the audience a clear perspective. So Devrat was a guy who started from the freelancing, the working in the malls and that thing. Then he slowly transitioned to the marketing agency. I think the marketing agency was the thing that blew up your game. I think that's the one thing you made most of the amount of money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I got my first big success, I would say, or I would say first 1 million INR, which is close to 10 lakhs in profit in my agency only. That's where I made my first profit, like big money. And then we kept on pushing it, and we are pushing it till date. Now we are an active team size of 25 people working from around the globe. We have people in four different countries, and sorry, four different continents. And now we have people like a 25 team member size just for the part of our agency. We have people from Philippines, Vietnam, USA, and UK, and we have two agencies now.
Like, how did you transition to I think you started from delivering individual services, and then
Okay.
you transition to the marketing agency,
So
and you had some
I
bad experience also.
yeah, now
Wha-
now my all my business is completely US focused in
Yeah,
terms of marketing, US and UK focused, and sometimes Europe as
yeah,
well. But
yeah,
it's like wholly and solely international. When
yeah,
I started in but I did not started offering my social media marketing or Facebook ad services directly internationally. I started it initially in India, but there were some like conflicts with the person that I started because I was way too young that time. So
yeah.
I did not had any
I,
technicalities and all these things and CA purposes, financials and all. Now I'm expert at everything. Like because my CA has taught me, he's not only a CA, he's like a friend of mine. So he has taught me everything. Now no one can cheat me in the terms of finance and all. But at that time I just started, and it was quite hard. And I used to I if someone is in Mumbai, they would know this for sure. I was the person responsible for selling highest ticket on New Year for two biggest theme park in Mumbai and Pune. So I started like that. I was selling tickets like just with marketing. I was selling tickets for big theme parks during New Year. I was uh, I was advertising for some politicians, like local politicians. I was also doing things around brands, okay, like working with some small brands. Now they are big because of e-commerce, but that time they were in just outlet stores, so they were small. That's how I started like working in the Indian market first. But when I got that issue with the person I was working as a co-founder, then I thought that if I am in India, people would know my age, people would see
yeah,
me,
yeah,
and they would
yeah.
not trust me. So it's better to go in international market where it's more of a online and communication. So that's when we started going out. I remember in the year 2019, April month, we start. I went and pitched my first client in US. We pitched him for $800, $800 something, 800 something. So that's what I. That's when I started, and now it's just growing automatically. I don't do any work for that agency. It's just growing automatically because of the team I created.
Yeah. So you want to reveal numbers or what? So
I
people might be knowing numbers. Those who are,
numbers, matlab I cannot tell the exact numbers, but the agency is making like a decent 20 to 35,000 in profits dollars, yeah, in
yeah,
25 to 35 after all the expenses like software, teammates, everything expenses.
yeah.
And then
Okay.
personal brand is again generating some revenue out of it.
So we will get into the personal brand. We'll,
Yeah.
like this is the main stuff. So how that's how I got connected with you through the personal brand and the coaching side of business. Uh, so you like you got started from the marketing agency, then like the personal branding, the coaching thing. We will talk about it later on. So the one thing I am seeing you is like you earn your money from the one big source, like the cash cow is your marketing agency, and then you are putting it into the other businesses. Also investing in some
The,
real estate, the stock market. I don't know
this
if you are in crypto
this
or other
this
thing.
can be the thing. So I okay. So what I do is my main source of income is my agency. I would say this has been the point till last year. Till last year, around the month of April, that has been my main cash cow, that my main source of money. Then a lot of diversification took place because I already had like skilled team members, very skilled team members. So I had that diversification in place. Because I had that team members ka strength, I diverted them to other businesses. So now they collectively generate revenue. But if you say one business that I need to pick and I can invest $1 million if someone has asked me, gives me, because now I don't have that. Okay. So someone tells me to do that, I would invest in my agency because I know that I can sell my agency in future, but I cannot sell my personal brand or other businesses that I own. But I can sell my agency to anyone.
Yeah, so in the bio or the description, people have read it. Like he manages a restaurant e-commerce thing. So the like the main topic is like how does this 19-year-old manages all of these things and how has he built everything? So we will go deep in like one thing I really like about Devrat is his work ethics. Nobody can beat him, and this is the main differentiator within like anybody who got started at the 2019 year or 20, before that also. Some of them are not successful enough. They don't make a lot of money. Some of them are like constantly cribbing that like my this thing doesn't work, SEO is dead or whatever thing is dead or what. So like can you go deep in what are your work ethics, like how like on which level you work upon?
Yeah. So see, again, I'll tell you a main thing, okay, and that is something that I learned very early, and I want to personally thank a person who does not know that he has given the advice, but or I don't think he remembers even. Okay, his name is Udit Goenka, and he's a founder of Pitch Ground. So when he was about to start Pitch Ground, I was sitting with him in a Starbucks in Thane. So a lot of people from Mumbai would resonate to this. So I was in Thane, and he told me. So he at 26 has built $1 million software company from Mumbai. Okay, or I would say from India.
Yeah,
So he told me just one thing. Okay, be the best in what you do. After you become the best, train people to do, and then delegate that thing. Okay. So what I do in every business that I create is, first of all, I work like crazy. Everything I do, like I told you, when I started a subscription based restaurant business, I was doing the best research, like the different dishes to be served. I was doing the sales call. I was the customer feedback guy, like who
yeah,
customer
yeah.
used to pass the feedback. I was the guy who was doing the HR shift, like hiring people, and I was the guy who's doing the marketing. I was the one man show running the business. But what happened was when I cracked the code of the sales call, like this is what you do and this is what you say, you get the sales call to a completion. That's when I started hiring people. So every business I do the same thing. I do something like crazy and then I take a break from it. And then I just manage that thing out. Okay. Similarly goes with agency, similarly goes with private
Yeah, yeah,
business.
yeah. So
This,
I remember on like on 29th or 30th December last year. So you did a one webinar or something. So on that webinar, you talk about like focus on one thing for next 6 months and
yeah,
then diversify.
yeah.
This was the main key learning that I have still have. Like, I remember every time whenever I'm
Uh,
thinking, should I do
and
this or that? This is the
yeah,
only learning that
this
I
is
have.
the main thing. Like what you just said was very big. Like give everything, every time you have, every moment you have, if any creative thing that you can come, give it 6 months. Okay. In 6 months, you will be having a very, very good base. Okay. In sometimes, like, see, I have one thing which would like change me from others is when someone else is, let's say, starting a restaurant business or any business. Okay. They might have lack of funds. Okay. In my case, that's not the problem. Okay. Which means if I like that I want to get into this business, I have my agency, I have my other business that's churning money for me. I just need to diversify that money here. So that's the reason tell people that give 6 months, like according to my experience. Just give 1 year. Okay. Like in order to make my agency the successful it is, it took me absolutely like 1 year, close to 1 year. So
Yeah.
initially it takes time, but give all you have to that one business. Once you make money from it, then start diversifying it. Then it becomes really easy. But
Yeah.
giving all in for 6 months, 1 year is very important in any business. Okay. I'm not saying just in mine, but any business.
So yeah, so we will like again giving back the context. So we talk about the journey from a mall to freelance, like doing random things as a freelancer, if events and everything. Then he started the marketing agency. Then the restaurant. Yeah,
After
then the restaurant.
marketing agency, yes. Like after marketing agency, I started the ecom brand and then the restaurant.
Okay. So how like I don't know much about the e-com brand.
Yeah.
So like like most of the people also don't know about the
No
e-com brand.
one knows actually.
Yeah.
Like leaving my family, leaving few of my close business friends, no one knows about that.
Yeah, I think I have saw there is some Instagram profile that is recommended whenever somebody follows you. So
Yeah.
that's the thing I have seen. Other
So
than that, I don't remember.
yeah, so that brand actually has generated a decent $1.5 million in last 1 year with a decent 20% margin. So
Okay.
that's what this brand has. And this initially it was supposed to be an Indian
Yeah.
brand, but then COVID hit India badly, and because I had more contacts in US market than Indian market, we launched it in US only. So we stopped.
Okay.
We gave a halt to Indian market and then we launched it into the US market directly because I had
Yeah.
more contacts, more
Yeah.
uh, things there to manage, more people there to manage. So that's what I did.
Yeah. My biggest problem with the physical products or e-commerce is like the product actually costs money to produce, then you have to ship it, then you have to market it, and the profit margin is like too tiny, and you have to also compete with
It's
the
20%.
Amazon,
It's
also
20,
compete
10,
with the
20, 10, 35. Like
yeah,
an Indian, and if you're doing Indian ecom, which is like I had started recently, the profits go way less than that. But
yeah,
see, it's all about like one of my winning products is a fan, and we make 18 to 20, and some good months if we don't have. Like now, we are getting a very high return, so we are making like less than 20% as like profit per sale. But above that, it's like 25, 30. That's decent profit.
yeah,
That's the reason that's what we call branching out. You can have
yeah.
like you can have a physical product and then you can have an info product, then you can balance out the profits.
The one thing I wanted to ask is like, what intentions do you start a new business? Like, is it like only for the money part, or like I like this thing, I like to launch a software, I will do this, or I have a
It's
crazy
more of
idea to
like a
do this.
competition.
Okay.
Competition is, so if you don't know, like we are actually three partners. Okay, so it's not like we are partners on every business. It's like on some businesses we are, but more than our partners, we are like brothers. So let's say so particularly what we do is we are on a table and we are discussing the numbers, what everyone is doing in the industry. So there's a friend of ours, his name is Jishan. So let's say Jishan says भाई e-com में बहुत पैसा आ रहा है, like e-com is making good money. So then we all three
Yeah.
challenge ourselves, let's start e-com, because no one in this business that we three are partners in, no one has like lack of a lot of funds. Okay, for example, like Jishan is having like 6 7 biggest YouTube channels, like animated YouTube channels, and they are not in India. All the channels are of US. So
Yeah.
making $10,000 a month for him is like 3 दिन का काम. Just a funny story about him. We were on vacation. Out of the 3 or 4 partners we are or people we work, one of them, my main partner, which is Simran Pal, got married. And so when we were in his marriage in Masuri, so Jishan got an email from biggest website building company. It starts with W. Now you can guess the name. So this company emailed to this guy, giving him a contract of $10,000 for 3 video shoutouts, and he was like, he just clearly said a no, because when we asked him why you said a no, because he was sitting with us and saying, now Vic's email has come, and I'm saying a no, and we said him no, why? Because he said, if I post this one single video and to my whole audience and just give one email marketing promotion, I make twice than that. So then he just like said a no to the offer. Then Wix came with another offer, and then they, I think so, managed at $35,000. So that is the main thing. Like you are an average of the 5 people around. That's what we say.
Yeah.
So
So
this people that are on my around, we always like do some new crazy challenges. Like now we are scaling Send Machine. crazy challenge. We want to make Send Machine as the biggest app on Shopify. Everyone is crazy about it. So that's what we do. Like every single month, new challenges, new things, and see everything you when you grow, you learn something out of it. It might be a failed business or it might be a revenue generating business, but you learn something from it. That's what I do.
Yeah, this the podcast and this like this everything that I am doing right now, that started from me doing a challenge. Let's shoot a video each single day for 21 days. Then I got confidence. Then I started doing it more often. Then I see like 10 people, 10 other guys post doing the same, and then the competition. I feel like I should
Yeah.
be continuing it.
I personally see I am crazy about numbers. Okay, so a funny story is like yesterday, one of my teammate got a order of $600, and he was way too excited. Okay, and I told him why you are getting excited with just a order of $600. It was like a order on Fiverr, so he got a $600 over, and he was very excited. I wanted to appreciate him, but I did not appreciate him. I said, "Yeah, it's a $600. Why are you getting so excited?" So on the other store, we had like a order which was like 2 months back old, and that was of $1,047, $1,047. I showed him, "एक बार ये कर ले, then I'll be happy on you." Now he's chasing $1,000 offer. Now he would get some appreciation, but then I would ask him to chase for a $2,000 offer. So, like I chase myself, I ask my teammates to chase numbers. So you cannot impress me by your words. You can only impress me by your action and by your revenue. So that's what I tell to my teammates.
So in my tribe, we call it hashtag leveling up the game.
Hmm.
So every time you do any crazy thing, you next time you have to level up your game. This is
Yeah.
the thing.
And
So yeah,
it's same, bro, for every single one. Like you have to do this. If you're not leveling up,
yeah,
you cannot grow businesses. Okay. And as a founder, we can imbibe that thing, but if we limit that thing to ourselves, it cannot happen. Okay,
yeah,
all the successful businesses train their teammates to grow more as a community. Okay, as a community,
yeah,
or get more success as a team. So uh, leveling
yeah.
up is, you need to teach to your every team member.
Yeah. So like we have only left with the personal brand thing. That's a super main thing, the personal brand, where Devrat is like helping other people. So I think you have 200 plus people in the community right now, in the paid one, the at the highest level, and
all
like
my
at the free
communities
level,
are
I don't
paid
know the numbers.
all my communities are paid, and
Yeah, at the free, like at the lower level, I don't know the numbers,
yeah,
exact numbers. So that's the reason the only I know only at the top level what is that.
yeah.
Yeah. So how did you got started? Like what, like it was helping others or like for, like I have seen some coaches, they started with intention to like help somebody, or like if some have started due to like money part, or some have started due to becoming a famous person. So like what were your intentions?
Okay, so again, a very complex answer to this. Okay, uh, so I was one of my video with someone who's in the industry became very viral. Okay, like so I slept at night around 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. So when I got up in the morning, around I do not got up in the morning. I got it up in the afternoon, close to like 2 p.m. My phone was constantly buzzing. Like, how have you started an agency? How you grow an agency? And this is not current time. Okay,
Yeah.
believe this is 3 years back. Okay, that time people were not even knowing about what's an international agency. Okay, what is international team. And this video with someone that I posted on YouTube now also has more than 128,000 views. Okay, that became very viral. Okay, very viral. So I thought, like, if it is going viral, then why not people who are reaching out to me, just give them something, like and do something with them. So what I did was I created a chatbot, okay, that tells people that I have a web. Everyone who's messaging me gets, and at that time I did not had Instagram. I just had a Facebook page and one of my Facebook account. So everyone who was messaging me was getting this automatic invitation ki you are invited to a webinar. And this webinar, so for some reasons I did not knew this setup and all for InstaMojo. I did not have done that thing before. So I created this setup, and InstaMojo is a payment gateway. I did the setup, and again then I do not check a lot because I never thought कि उससे पैसा भी आएगा. So this
Yeah.
chatbot was automatically working, responding to people. And 2 days later, because after that I went into the complete work mode for my agency, not checking other stuff. That's how I do the work. So not checking any other thing, I was doing the work. And 2 days later, I saw that dashboard, and it had 30 people paid. So 6 multiplied by 3. So 600 was the cost to register. Now 600 multiplied by 30. Okay, so 6 threes are 18. How much is the money? Like it would be like close to 18,000, something like that.
So it's around 250, around $250, like
No,
for the foreign
600,
audience.
600 rupees per person, and
Okay.
30 people bought the ticket. Okay,
Okay.
so 6 threes are 18. It may be 18,000. Okay,
Yeah.
so there was a revenue like 18,000. So I thought if I have made like 18,000 and people are interested in what I know, okay, and this was before you joined Kishore. Like, so Kishore is a
Yeah. Yeah.
first
Yeah.
batch
Yeah. Yeah.
member, but before that, I used to do just one call session, like one webinar. I teach everything. So 30
Yeah.
people registered, and then I thought of amplifying this thing. So I just posted on my Facebook page and my Facebook account. Went into the work mode completely, seeing that 3 days later, now the number of paid registrations are 60 people. I did not had any automation, any ads, nothing at all. Okay. So I did the session, and I had like close to like 30, 40,000 in my bank after doing that session. Now what I did was I thought, agar if people are interested to learn that, and this is something that is not being taught at all, like how to sell your service. That moment of time, I'll tell you, in India, the courses like Learn Facebook ads, YouTube ads were just picking up, like growing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But what after the person has acquired the skill? What after do? So that is what I was telling that, like selling up the skills. So that went on and on and on. We came up with a different alteration, and we have close to like generated like with our coaching program and all, teaching people what to do that we actually do, has generated us close to like 70, 80 lakhs. So I
Yeah.
started not because of just helping the people, because if I tell that every single coaches give this thing, I help you to do this or that. Okay, that becomes a very standard format answer. So I actually started it unknowingly because the sales started coming in. I saw that people have the interest, people want to learn it, and people are not getting the exposure to do it. Like I might be the first person to talk about hiring international people and getting all the work done from them. I do not
Yeah.
do any work of mine alone. I just hired people to do it. So
So
that's how
for
it went
me,
on. Huh?
yeah, for me, what were the reasons that, like, how I got into your world were
Yeah.
like, this 17-year kid can do this. Then, like, at that time, I used to be at the similar, like, we are at the similar age. So I used to feel like, this guy could do it. Like, I could also do it. And
And if you know, my first ads were like first 1 year I was running the same ads.
yeah,
Okay.
and one more thing, like, the ad that he was running had some error in the pricing thing. So
Yeah.
that was also main issue.
Actually, that was a justified error. So first I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
that error. After having that error, I saw the click through rates are increasing. The number of comments are increasing. So if I thought
yeah,
I am very sarcastic at commenting. Okay. So if someone says your course is not good, I might give the most sarcastic based answer. So I was responding to almost every comment, and you believe it or not, when we actually changed the pricing back, like everything was corrected, our sales actually dropped. So I noticed this thing. When I did that change again, like showing something else on the sales page, showing something else on the ads. And the next time we reduced the price. So we were saying 199 is one ticket for our live webinar, and I was charging 999 on the end page. So that's how the thing got started.
yeah. So this was super like in depth, but like you are doing some changes in the course also. I got to know about them. So you have like rechanged the pricing thing, and like you are doing like monthly challenges and weekly
Yeah.
challenges. Yeah.
So yeah.
What are the new changes you are doing?
Yeah. So what I have understood is 80 to 90% people in the industry, what they are doing is they are creating a course and they are not giving their daily efforts into the course. Now, I am actually a part of a course, and that course has costed me $11,000 for 1 year coaching. So I get my credit card, which is just here. My credit card gets auto charged every year, okay, for
Yeah.
$11,000. Now, particularly this coaching has changed everything for our business, because when I joined this coaching, I was getting calls on a daily basis. Every day, uh, 2 p.m. Mountain Time, we have the coaching calls. So, and it's with people who are in US and who actually teach all this agency part. So I thought that if, and you guys remember, like the people who are enrolled in my premium program, which is Master Marketing Challenge, they have experiences that every single month I'm a guy who loves challenges. Okay. So every single month I used to come with this weird challenges. Like one of my most hard and weird challenge was I would make $1,000 in just 1 month. Okay, without using my email marketing list, without
Yeah.
using any other things like SEO and all, which I was really terrible at. And I did a live challenge and showed people how I'm just using Facebook ads and growing this thing and after being profitable. So first
Yeah.
I thought about doing a $1,000 a month challenge. Then it became successful. $1,000 a month became successful. Then I started, then that same month, so it became successful in 15 days. Then I took a challenge, I'll make $500 a day. That was also achieved. So that is actually, the image is posted on my Facebook page and my Facebook profile. You can see the image on both the platforms. Then I took a challenge of $1,000 a day, same month. Okay. This was month of March 2020, when COVID was just starting to pick up. So I did this challenge and that also got achieved. And this one challenge that I had recorded and presented in my community was getting a lot of traction. Everyone was loving that, learning from it. So I thought now I'll not do this thing, because I had subscribed to that US based course. And there we used to do daily calls and live challenges. So I thought now this would be my full parameter. Every single month, I'll take challenge. I'll show people to do things from scratch, be it growing their Fiverr account, Upwork, social media marketing, affiliate marketing. So whatever I have experience in, I would show people to do that. Like, so this session is being recorded on 24th of April. From 27th of April, we are starting a challenge where I'll show people how to create a complete automation for a personal brand. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. Like, I might be one of the few coaches in India to send out WhatsApp complete automation, like how you see big brands doing, like
Yeah.
Yatra, Make My Trip, and all. So that's what we are building into the process. We have got all
Yeah.
the
Let's
approvals
like
now.
yeah, let's skip the WhatsApp also. Like the email automation is also too complicated. So I
Yeah,
was seeing that Digital Pratik also was struggling with that.
yeah.
So one
So I have
on
got
one
all
of his
the,
call,
yeah.
so he was struggling with the ConvertKit thing. So he was not able to do that.
We have achieved the complete automation, and we have not only achieved it for our softwares, we have achieved it for our my personal brand. Like I did a automation in our softwares, which is done by one of our co-founders, Muhammad Shabazz Musa. So he did this thing. So he's working at Microsoft, and he created this automation in SendMation. By the way, to all the people, Kishore, who are watching your podcast, we'll give you a link. And if people are using that link, they can get a free 30-day trial for
Yeah.
SendMation. And
Yeah.
SendMation is a Shopify app that you guys can use. And just give us the data. Okay, just send me the data if you like it or not, what issues you are facing. So we have achieved this WhatsApp, email, push notification, and SMS marketing automation for our software and for my personal brand. So that's what I've achieved for both.
Okay. 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 So like I noticed one experiment that you did that was super interesting. I feel so. And we have talked about this experiment in the previous shows also, like previous episodes of the show. So it is regarding social media detox. So you took break of I think 4 months. I think, yeah.
Yeah, 3 to 4 months. I'm
Yeah.
not active on social media.
So what things you learned during this 4 months? So I feel like I'm too consumed on my devices, and most of the people in the like who has got started with any business, they consume them most of the time on Facebook, consuming content, consuming information, or like wasting time. So
Yeah.
like
So I'll tell you. Uh, so whenever I go on a vacation, like whenever I go for a vacation, which is usually like after 4 to 5 months of complete focused hard work. Like, so last month, March was my complete vacation. I traveled to almost every hill station possible in last month. So what I do is, the reason I take this social media thing, detox and all, because something that says like, when notification pops up in our phone, someone liked your photo, someone commented on your photo, started following you, okay, things like that. So because we humans are wired in a way that we click on it and we check it out,
yeah, yeah.
okay. And once we go there, we even forget why we are here. We were just here to check out that comment, but then we keep on scrolling and scrolling and all. So what I do is, best thing, I don't have notifications active in my phone. I basically, the only notification active in my phone is the money based notification. Like my Stripe is
Yeah.
active, my PayPal is active, and my InstaMojo is active, my Razorpay is active, and every single payment gateway has their own specific notification tune. Okay, so that's the only thing that I have it in my phone. And even though I don't check my phone, if my phone buzzes up, I know that money has come on this platform, on either it's PayPal, Stripe, or Instamojo, or wherever. Okay, that's the
So
only
one,
notification
uh,
that's
yeah.
on my
So
phone.
I started using the apps or the Chrome extensions you were recommending. One is the Momentum. I started using it.
Yeah,
So that's super awesome. Like I know what things I need to work upon. So on the
yeah.
left right hand side there is like on my to-do list, and my core focus is displaying, and the mantra. These things I really like about. Like I didn't know about that ThoughtPad also. So you were earlier using ThoughtPad.
Yeah,
So that
I have actually tried out every single tool that promises productivity. Like any tool you talk about, I have tried that. So right now I'm not. So this is people who don't know what's momentum and what we are talking about. It is something like this. Okay, it is just like this.
yeah,
So
yeah,
every
yeah,
time you
yeah.
go on internet and you do something like a search or anything like that, you'll see this thing. Okay, so good afternoon, Devra. These are the tasks for today. Now I'm not using this because I do daily webinars. Okay, I do webinars
Yeah,
on a daily basis. So most of my tasks, which are supposed to be private, get exposed on a live webinar.
yeah.
So for that reason, I use a Notepad, our basic Apple Notepad. I used to put frame out my day, and today also, like when I'm doing this call is a part of my task list. Okay, this
Okay.
call is a
Yeah,
part
yeah,
of my
yeah.
task list, and I have my complete task list ready for today.
So yeah, one more app that I'm using is Forest. So Forest is a mobile app and a Chrome extension. So that also helps me to focus a lot.
For mobile, like for mobile, I do not use any app because the
Yeah.
reason is I'm not addicted to phone. Like I I can live without phone like 2 3 days.
So like my phone is like consciously ringing about like this person commented, this person like your story, this person is giving hearts. So this is the life of a creator also. Like this person has commented.
I create a lot of content, but I don't care about
Yeah,
who's
yeah,
writing
yeah,
and who's
yeah.
commenting. So I have specific time when I am about to go to sleep. That's when I'm least productive. I reply to messages, I reply to comments, I reply to everything. But that's in a specific frame of time. It's not ki comment aaya nahi and I'm going
Yeah,
there
yeah,
to
yeah,
reply.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not my case. I if you comment on my post, either you get a reply from my team, and they are as sarcastic as I am, so you'll get a
Yes.
reply from them. On if you're a part of my course, and so if you're a part of my like premium courses, you get Skype access, and Skype is something that's always turned on my laptop. Like no matter the world goes here from there, Skype is always active on my laptop. So if you send something on Skype, you get a reply from me within like 1 to 2 hours. That's the max duration.
Yeah, so people are listening here for like 30 or 40 minutes odd. So we talked about how Devrat got started and everything. So the one thing that is like people you most of the guys think is like how like people older than your age or at the similar age, like as me, I'm also 19-year-old. So how they can achieve the results that you are achieving, in not in terms of revenue or anything, but there is a kind of a mental piece also, that
Yeah.
your bills are paid off, everything. The mental piece is also there.
The one thing that I think, when you earn money, okay, you have very um, easy for you, is that you can fulfill all the wishes of your family.
Yeah,
Okay, for example, there was no need for me to come to this, like if you see this room, this is blank, but in the other rooms that I have, it's like a 3 BHK room, and it's having like almost every amenity. This is one of the biggest societies in which I'm living, and I could have made this decision in just like a blink of time. I do not have to think twice. I even paid the rent for advance like 2 years. Okay, have invested in a lot of properties as well. So the biggest thing money gives you, it's not the money actually in bank, it's the byproduct of it is the happiness first thing, and the
yeah,
freedom second thing. For example, like when I was on my break, like on my vacation, I never checked my ATM ka what is the amount that's be in my bank, because I know that
yeah,
if I even spend like 10 to 20,000 rupees any single day, then also I have enough in my bank. Okay,
yeah,
so that's the one freedom you get. Now, how can you get to that freedom is also a big thing. Is you have to learn the art of reinvestment. Okay, when I'm saying about these things, I have bought this or that. Okay, remember that there are a lot of things that I have not bought as well. Okay,
yeah,
like I still use my laptop that I purchased 2 years back. Okay, or maybe I would say I still use a phone that I purchased 3 years back. So the
yeah.
point
So
is,
like there are
yeah,
many people recommending you iPhone 12 Pro
yeah,
something.
yeah. So in a so no one knows this thing, but I'll show you. Okay, like if this phone that I have actually is actually broken from below. Okay, the keywords, the keypad here works fine, but it's broken. But why do I need to get a new phone when I can invest the same money in my ads and I can grow with it?
Yeah,
Okay, I can just do a call, and call is really possible in my phone. Okay, so the
yeah,
point here is you have to learn the thing of reinvestment. Reinvestment not in terms of buying something for you, reinvestment in a form of business. If you can even make 10,000 rupees and you invest into one business back, I am pretty much sure that business would make 15, 20,000 rupees. Okay, so that's the whole
yeah,
big advice I tell. I made this mistake in starting, like in starting 3, 4 months when I saw the money for the first time, I made this mistake. But then I thought ki people who are around me, who are growing really big and at a really fast pace, they are investing every single penny back. So that's what I
yeah,
started
yeah.
doing again.
So one thing I learned from you only is like investing in, not in the courses, like most of the people talk about invest in your own self. They are just buying courses after courses, events after events.
Yeah.
So I learned like invest in the ads part. Like if
Huh.
you are earning good enough money, invest back into the team also. Invest in the things that will grow your business, not the things
Business.
that you are just accumulating. This is the main key learning from my side
Yeah.
that I learned from you.
And also when people join my course and they tell I bought this course, that course and that, and I have not made money back. I said, I tell them, पहले वो पैसा बनाओ जो invest किए हो दूसरी जगह पे, and then join my program. Don't just
Yeah,
join it because तुमको
yeah,
लगता है यहाँ पे बहुत पैसे कमा लोगे. And if you
yeah,
have money, invest in your business, not in the courses a lot. Okay.
yeah,
And I don't charge people a single penny once they join my like premium program, which is around 10,000 rupees, 10 or 12,000, depending upon the link you are going from.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the biggest thing is, you three things make up a business. Okay, remember this thing. And this was taught to me by someone I told you in the agency, in the course that I have joined in. And they tell only three things. Okay, you have to invest in your marketing, you have to invest in people, and you have to invest in processes. Now processes,
Yeah,
which means you have to invest in softwares, you have to invest in accounting stuff. Okay, tax saving is a
yeah,
very big part. So three things make up a business. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
people, marketing, sometimes product. But I am in a service-based business, so product is not a
So
big thing.
yeah. So I have one like personal thing.
Hmm.
So earlier, what used to happen is I was not using any scheduling app or any other app like app to do schedule my content. So what happens is like from morning to evening, I was constantly working on this content thing, like thinking about what things to post, what things to do. So the once I purchased one tool that schedules my apps and does everything. So this that was my super lifesaver. So I was not spending too much my time on doing this stuff like each time me creating content or me waiting what should I post. Everything is scheduled out. It will go
Yeah.
out how like as per the calendar. This is the thing that happens when you are investing back into process, tools and the things.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
that is the case, bro. Like a lot of people still till date, like at this point as well, they don't understand that how much return they can uh, get if they invest in software and in their invest in business. A very off topic thing, okay, is my views on crypto. Okay, it's very off topic, but I did answer it in a live webinar, and I have a very different funda. Okay, so people say that buy crypto now, hold it, like save it, and maybe in future when the prices go really, really up, then sell it. Okay. I have, see, it's not the point that I don't have money or things like that. I always try to come up with my own opinion. Okay. I do not always trust everyone's opinion, because remember, when someone is giving an opinion, there's always something attached to that opinion.
yeah,
Okay. So if a crypto, like there are a lot of interviews nowadays coming of people from crypto. Okay. Like advices from crypto people, yeah, they are giving advices, but remember what they are promoting. End of the day, they are promoting their company. Like uh, I see that, like a lot of interviews from people who are owning crypto companies. Okay, giving interviews to YouTube channels and all. So that means they have a thing attached. What I tell people is, if I have 10,000 rupees, okay, I invest in crypto. So I have to wait for 4 or 5 years when that 10,000 becomes 1 lakh rupees. That's the simplest funda of crypto. Okay. That's the reason people buy crypto. I say, I have 10,000. I will invest in my business now. My business would make 15,000 back. I'll again invest that money. So rather than waiting for 5 years, I would spend that same money in my business, which would give me more profits, which would give me return on that same moment of time. Okay. Let's say a delay of 1 week to 2 weeks would be done. That is what is my focus. And that is how I like to do the things.
yeah. So like we talk about everything about all your ventures, all the personal brand and thing. So the at the end is only one question left is, what are your futures plan apart from getting married or traveling the world? What are your future plans?
Traveling the world is surely on the list. Like, अगर ये COVID नहीं होता तो I would have like traveled, like my passport would have been like 5 6 things. The big plan. Okay, so see, I am not a guy who plans for like 5 6 years or 3 4 years as well. I like to just plan for 1 years, and that's hardest to plan, but I still do it. Okay, because I'm like a guy who likes to take decisions on a like monthly basis on things, new things, pivoting and all, and do things like that. Uh, so very specific, going very specific. A long-term vision is to build out a brand that serves the country. That's my very, very, like you can say, if I want to die, I want to be remembered for the contribution I did to the nation. So
Yeah,
I'm a completely like a nationalist person. So that's my, whatever internet marketing I'm doing, or whatever personal brand I'm doing, whatever I'm doing, that is different from, these are all ways I'm making money. But end of the day, this money would be channelized to something that brings value to the country, to the nation. One
yeah,
thing that I had in my mind was creating something around defense. Okay, like a startup for around defense, which makes my country more self-reliant. I was also having a plan to get into like manufacturing, of which I had like almost finalized, but
Like,
because this COVID thing happened, I cannot purchase the land. Like, so I was about to purchase this land for some manufacturing reasons, but because this COVID thing happened in again, and I cannot now travel to the place that I have looked for the land, I cannot start that manufacturing business. So it's end
yeah,
of the day, either I would give a lot of job opportunities to people in my country. That's my vision one.
yeah,
Or secondly, in some way or the other, I would contribute to my nation. So that's my, as like an industrialist, or as an industrialist, as someone who's good by doing some products or something like that. But end contribution is the nation.
yeah. Congrats, people. You have been on this show or everything for like 50 odd minutes, and you have learned about everything what Devrat has done. So at the end, I would like to conclude the show because Devrat is also a busy guy and
Yeah.
he has a lot of work to do. So we will conclude the show. So like you can go back and rewatch the things you have missed out. Like how can people connect with you? I will be dropping the link of your website also and the other social media things we talked to on the show. So like how can a normal guy can reach out to you?
Yeah, reaching out to me is very easy. Okay, I'm not that type of person who says I'm really busy and all. Okay, I'm like, you can treat me as a brother. Okay, like you can just be like that. So reaching out to me is really not hard. Don't reach out to me on Instagram because I don't like to use Instagram a lot. The best way to reach out to me is just shoot a message to hello@devransingh.com. Just email me there. Okay, every email I reply to. Okay, so it's my morning routine to reply to every single email that I get. Okay, that's
There
way
is
one.
double V. Yeah, there is double V in Devrat.
Yeah, Devra should
D.
have double VRAT. Okay,
Yeah,
that's way one. Okay, way two is just send me a message on like any social media platform. Majorly, I am active on just two platforms, which is Facebook and Instagram. So I reply to things there. That's two thing. Nothing much. मतलब और कुछ इतना नहीं है.
yeah,
But I'm not used to social media. Yeah, if you're a
yeah,
part
yeah.
of any program of mine, then don't worry. You will get like quick responses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So thanks people watching for the show and like I really admire your patience. The show has gone long. Like I generally the last episode, the longest episode was 40 minutes. So
Yeah.
this would be the longest episode on the show. And thank you for watching and we will see you in the next episode of the Challenger show.
Yeah.
You
See
can
you guys. Thank you for
pause
being
it.
a watching guy and consuming the content. Thank you.